Hello again, Reds. Welcome back. Liverpool are once again at the center of a major storm, and this time it is not about transfers or injuries. It is about the future of the man on the touchline. Reports suggest that Arne Slot is now under serious pressure at Anfield, with club owners FSG reportedly accelerating plans to appoint a new manager if things do not improve quickly. And the name at the very top of their list will excite many Liverpool fans, Xabi Alonso. When Arne Slot arrived at Liverpool, expectations were high but realistic. Replacing a legendary manager was never going to be easy. Still, Slot shocked everyone in his first season by leading Liverpool to their historic 20th Premier League title, doing so in dominant fashion. The football was controlled, results were strong, and confidence around the club was sky high. Many believed Liverpool had smoothly entered a new era. Fast forward to this season, and the mood has completely changed. Liverpool's performances have fallen sharply. The intensity, creativity, and fear factor that once defined this team have faded. While results initially collapsed with a terrible run of 9 defeats in 12 games, the situation has only slightly stabilized since then. For consecutive draws have left Champions League qualification hanging in the balance, and patience among supporters is running out. Saturday's 1-1 draw against Burnley at Anfield told the whole story. For the first time in a long while, Liverpool fans openly booed their own team at full time. That reaction was not just about one result. It was frustration built up over months of dull football, questionable decisions, and a lack of clear identity. To be fair, not all the blame falls on Arne Slot. The club spent over £400 million in the summer, making too many changes at once. Several new signings have failed to settle, while some key players have badly underperformed. The squad looks unbalanced, confidence is low, and injuries have not helped. However, Slot's own decisions have also come under heavy criticism. His tactics are often described as safe and predictable. Games feel slow, possession lacks purpose, and Liverpool rarely look dangerous for long periods. Fans are no longer seeing the aggressive, high-energy football they expect. According to multiple reports, Slot is now one of the favorites to be the next Premier League manager sacked. While Liverpool do not plan to make a mid-season change, the pressure behind the scenes is clearly growing. This is where Xabi Alonso enters the picture. Alonso has long been admired by Liverpool's hierarchy. He was reportedly the club's first-choice successor to Jurgen Klopp before Slot was appointed, but at the time, Alonso chose to remain at Bayer Leverkusen, waiting for the Real Madrid job. That opportunity arrived, but his spell at Madrid ended earlier this month after a disappointing start to the season. Despite that setback, Alonso's reputation remains strong. Many believe Real Madrid's internal problems played a big role in his struggles. At Leverkusen, he proved himself as a modern, intelligent coach with clear tactical ideas, strong man management skills, and an exciting style of football. Spanish outlet Fichajes now claims that Alonso is Liverpool's top priority to replace Slot. According to the report, FSG are already speeding up plans for his potential arrival, and Alonso himself is said to be ready and eager to return to top-level management as soon as possible. The report adds that Alonso does not want a long break. He feels his time at Real Madrid ended too early and is highly motivated to prove himself again. Liverpool is described as the perfect opportunity, a club he knows deeply, a fan base that loves him, and a squad that could suit his philosophy. Meanwhile, an insider on X has claimed that Slot has been informed internally that Champions League qualification alone will not be enough to save his job. According to that source, Liverpool's board is deeply concerned about the lack of progress in playing style since March 2025. They want to see real improvement in tactics, energy, and identity, and quickly. However, there is still another side to the story. Liverpool correspondent James Pearce of The Athletic insists that Slot still has the backing of FSG, at least for now. The club does not want to follow the example of Manchester United or Chelsea by making constant managerial changes. Stability remains important to the owners. But Pearce also admits that Slot is losing support among fans, and fast. With Xabi Alonso now available, the argument that there is no better option no longer holds weight. The pressure has clearly shifted. So what happens next? The message is simple. Arne Slot must show improvement, not just in results, but in how Liverpool play. The football must become sharper, braver, and more exciting. If not, Liverpool may soon turn to a familiar face to lead them forward. For now, all eyes are on the touchline and on Xabi Alonso waiting in the wings. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss anything. Hello again, Reds. Welcome back. Liverpool are already planning ahead, and this time the focus is clear, strengthening the defense after missing out on Mark Guéhi. With Guéhi now set to join Manchester City, the Reds are not standing still. Instead, they are turning their attention to one of the very best defenders in European football right now, Inter Milan's Alessandro Bastoni. According to reports coming from Team Talk, Liverpool are closely monitoring Bastoni's situation, and a big move could be on the cards. We are talking about a potential deal worth around 80 million euros, which shows just how serious Liverpool are about upgrading their backline. This is not just another rumor. This is about elite-level planning from the club. Alessandro Bastoni is not an ordinary defender. He is widely regarded as one of the top center-backs in the world today. At Inter Milan, he has been a key figure in their success, playing with confidence, intelligence, and authority. What really makes Bastoni stand out is his calmness on the ball. He is comfortable playing out from the back, he reads the game very well, and he rarely panics under pressure. These are exactly the qualities Liverpool look for in a modern defender. At this stage of his career, Bastoni is at his peak. He has already achieved a lot in Italy, and now he appears open to a new challenge. A move to the Premier League, especially to a club as big as Liverpool, would be a massive opportunity for him. The intensity, the atmosphere, and the level of competition in England could be the perfect next step in his career. Of course, Inter Milan will not let him go easily. Bastoni is a crucial part of their team, and losing him would be a huge blow. That is why the reported price tag is so high. Around 80 million euros is a serious amount of money, but when you are talking about one of the best defenders in world football, that is the kind of fee clubs have to pay. For Liverpool, it would be a long-term investment in quality and stability at the back. A January move, however, looks very unlikely. Inter Milan will not want to sell such an important player in the middle of the season, especially when they are still competing at the highest level. This means that if Liverpool are truly serious, the summer transfer window is the most realistic time for this deal to happen. Patience will be key. Interestingly, Bastoni is not the only defender on Liverpool's radar. The Reds are also keeping an eye on Nico Schlotterbeck from Borussia Dortmund. The German international has been linked with a move away in recent months and is another defender who fits Liverpool's style of play. Like Bastoni, Schlotterbeck is strong on the ball, comfortable under pressure, and capable of playing in a high defensive line. Both players would bring something special to Liverpool. Bastoni offers experience at the very highest level and proven quality in big matches, while Schlotterbeck brings energy, aggression, and Bundesliga-tested consistency. Either option would significantly improve Liverpool's defensive unit and help the team compete for major trophies again. What is clear is this: Liverpool are not taking chances with their future. Missing out on Guéhi has only pushed them to aim even higher. The club wants elite defenders who can dominate for years to come, and Alessandro Bastoni fits that profile perfectly. As the months go on, this is a story that could grow bigger and bigger. Summer could be decisive, and Liverpool fans should keep a very close eye on how things develop. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss anything. Hello again, Reds. Welcome back. The January transfer window is once again keeping Liverpool fans on edge, and this time the focus is firmly on the heart of the defense. With the season entering a decisive phase, Arne Slot and the club's recruitment team are under growing pressure to act, especially after recent results have shown just how thin Liverpool's defensive options really are. So far, Liverpool's business in January has been very quiet. The Reds have brought in young prospect Mortala Ndiaye from Amity and allowed James Norris to leave for Shelbourne. But these moves have done little to calm supporters who are crying out for proven defensive reinforcements. Injuries and a lack of depth at center back continue to haunt the squad, and with the February 2nd deadline fast approaching, time is clearly not on Liverpool's side. On the pitch, things have not gone exactly to plan either. Liverpool's hopes of defending the Premier League title they won last season are now all but over. Sitting fourth in the table and a huge 14 points behind Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, the focus has shifted from chasing the title to securing Champions League football for the 2026-27 season. That goal, however, will not be easy to achieve without strengthening the defense. The recent 1-1 draw with Burnley at Anfield only added to the frustration. Dropping points in front of the Kop is never easy to take, and it once again exposed Liverpool's vulnerability at the back. For many fans, that result felt like further proof that reinforcements are urgently needed if the team is to finish the season strongly. For months, Marc Guéhi had been seen as the perfect solution. Liverpool were close to signing the Crystal Palace captain in the summer, with a deal reportedly agreed late in the window. However, the move collapsed at the last moment, leaving the Reds to rely heavily on Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate. That situation worsened when Giovanni Leone suffered a serious ACL injury on his debut in the Carabao Cup against Southampton, ruling him out long-term. Despite continued links this January, Liverpool's hopes of landing Guéhi now appear to be over. With his contract at Palace running down, there was optimism that the Reds could return for him. Instead, Manchester City have moved quickly. After injuries to key defenders like Ruben Dias and Josko Gvardiol, Pep Guardiola identified Guéhi as a priority target. Palace manager Oliver Glasner recently confirmed that the defender was close to completing a deal, even admitting Guéhi was left out of the squad because negotiations were in the final stages. All signs now point to Guéhi joining Manchester City following a medical, in a deal believed to be worth around £30 million. For Liverpool, it is a bitter blow. Missing out on one of England's top centre-backs forces the club back to the drawing board at a crucial moment in the season. But Liverpool are not standing still. With Guéhi seemingly gone, attention has turned to the Bundesliga. Reports suggest that Borussia Dortmund defender Nico Schlotterbeck is now a serious option. Liverpool are believed to have held talks with his representatives, and the player is reportedly open to a move away from Germany. At 26 years old, Schlotterbeck has Champions League experience and has already proven himself at the highest level. He is understood to be valued at around £48 to £50 million, which would represent a significant investment. However, given Liverpool's defensive struggles, many fans would argue that it is money well spent. Schlotterbeck is also said to be on a shortlist that includes Inter Milan's Alessandro Bastoni, showing that Liverpool are looking at top-level options rather than short-term fixes. As the deadline draws closer, the big question remains: will Liverpool make their move? Arne Slot knows that securing European football is vital for the club's future, and failing to reinforce the defense could prove costly. The coming days could define not just the rest of this season, but the direction Liverpool take heading into the next campaign. One thing is certain: the transfer window is far from over, and Liverpool fans will be watching every development closely. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss anything.